Hello there, good afternoon, welcome back to my channel. My name's Louise and this is Louise's Lifestyle. Thank you for joining me. So yesterday I was in the Longside area of Manchester and there are a number of Bangladeshi grocers shops there, and I visited one of them. Well, I visited a few of them just to see what each one had, and they all pretty much have the same stuff because it's seasonal. The produce that they have in their stores, it depends on the season what they can import. So there weren't very many fruit items in there. There was mainly Bangladeshi beans, the hyacinth beans, the lemons are always there. There was Shatkara citrus, which is Citrus macrotera, a few other things, but nothing, jumped out. There was no mangoes and there's no jackfruit at this time of year. But I did come across these chilies, and these 4 chilies were for a pound. You get 4 Naga chilies, and Naga is something that I've grown over the years. Oh gosh, maybe 12-13 years I've tried growing them. So some success some years, and not sometimes. They don't germinate and they don't grow well. Last year my friend gave me some plants, Naga chilies that she germinated, and I took some young plants off her, and they did grow, sorry, and did produce little pods, and I tried to overwinter them, but one of them appears to be completely dead, and I'll show you what the other one looks like. So you can grow them perennially given the right conditions, but they do, it's tricky. I've not found it an easy process. So this is so I've got 2 in this one. That one you can see is completely dead. I'm going to pull that one out. But this one, those little white flowers, they've fallen off the wrong pool line because it's near to it. You can see these are growing back. So although it lost its leaves, it's still green, unlike this one. And the other one was green in a separate pot. It was bigger than these 2, and that has slowly dried out. I just broke the stem and it was very, very brittle. So there's no pliability in the stem, and even though it's green, you can, if you break it open, you'll see the inside is just dry. There's no hint of green at all. So yeah, that one will go, and hopefully I can regrow this, and so I won't have to wait as long for it to flower and fruit. So I might change the pot that it's in, give it some fresh soil, because there might be sort of bits, little bugs, I should say, lurking in there. But that's the aim, is to get some more seeds out of this chili and out of the red one. So these ones are just turning, but this is the best candidate. Even though it's smaller than the other 2, it's ripe. So it's best to harvest seeds from ripe chilies in order to get good germination. So these will be playing catch up. It should have been, if I'd planned better and got the chilies earlier in the year, I would have normally planted these in December, because they are slow growers. They're a lot slower than the normal, say, green chilies. Right, so they were 4 for a pound. Put them to one side. What else did I get? Here I've got some jujubes, and these are called, this variety, well, they're called jujube in Bangladesh, buroi. These are called apple buroi. And the first time I saw these, this variety of jujube was in this time 2 years ago, back in 2022, when I was in Bangladesh. I went to the local market and they had a big pile of fruit and different varieties of jujube, and you could see the contrast. There were definitely different varieties. They weren't just ones that had got riper and were turning red. The shape was different. So the normal jujubes that you get in Bangladesh, they're quite sort of like oval, And then you have a different type of jujube, a small round one, like a little cherry. And these are sort of in between the two. They're sort of a bit more elongated, so not completely round, you know, not like a marble, but they don't have that point, and more, and they've got this red blush. So the green on one side, and then they have this blush on the other. That one I don't know. That one hasn't got it, but the majority of them have this sort of reddish tinge, and that's why they resemble an apple. They've called them apple baroi. And yeah, so what am I going to do with them? Well, I'm going to eat them. I do like these variety. They're nice and sweet. They're not tart. And also I'm going to have another go after God knows how many attempts to try and extract seeds. The seeds inside of these are quite tricky. They're sort of a very hard shell that you have to break, and when you break the shell, you can sometimes break the little seed. The seed inside is quite small. I have done videos on this, and I have done taste tests on this type of jujube, so I'm not going to repeat that today, but I thought I'd just share with you my mini haul. This is what's available in the Asian or Bangladeshi grocers, I should say, in February. Right, last but not least, I've got some jackfruit seeds in here. And why did I buy jackfruit seeds? Well, they are edible. You can eat these, and in Bangladeshi cooking they are very popular. They put them in fish curries, and they have a nutty sort of flavour to them. So the whole of the jackfruit, apart from the skin really, is edible. And so I thought I'd just get some, because last year I did try to grow jackfruit from seed, and I got two very healthy plants up to a point. I think they reached the 7-month mark. I was documenting their growth every month, and then during the summer I put them outside very briefly, and after bringing them in a few days later, I noticed they started to get marks on the leaves, and there was thrip on there. Very quickly that thrip damaged those plants. I repotted them and, you know, tried to sort of save them, and they just died basically. So very, very sad that, you know, after them growing so well, that the two plants died. So I thought I'll have another go. You know, while I was in the grocery shop, I saw the seeds. I thought they're not expensive to get. And I had some soaking, and you can see a couple have floated to the top. So some are quite dried out. They're not very fresh. So this is the reason why I've soaked them. And you can tell that this one, the one that was floating, that one, look how puckered it is. Not really going to be viable. I wouldn't bother planting those. So what I'm going to do is the ones that float, I'm going to put all of them in there. The ones that float, I'll just pop them outside. I have, in fact, during the summer, grown jackfruit from seed by just chucking them in the garden. And they popped up, particularly when it's been raining quite a lot, so they needed a lot of moisture. So so even the ones that are floating, I'll give them a chance. But the rest, I'll try and pot up individually. So have a few, rather than putting them in together like I did last time. I had two together, and they were very crowded in the grow tents. But the lighting obviously did help, and the bottom heat did help. So yeah, I might think of getting a grow mat just for the plants if they do germinate. You know, I may still consider doing that. So that's it for today's mini haul. Hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks very much for watching, everyone. Take care. Bye bye.